Hi, I'm Chad, and this is No Destination Necessary, where curiosity fuels our journey and every stop tells a story. Today, we're stepping inside the historic Schells Brewery in New Ulm, Minnesota, where 6 generations have brewed beer with deep German roots and local pride.
Well, my name is Wendi, and I'm going to be your tour guide today to kind of give you a rundown of how the tour looks. We're going to start here in the museum, and we're going to take a quick spin around here so I can give you a sense of the people who got us where we are today. I get to take you into parts of the brewery that typically aren't on tours. Like, we're going to go into the old original hospitality room that was functional when August Schell was here, and then I get to take you into the caves. We're currently standing in the second oldest family-owned brewery in the United States, and we're going to start right here with August Schell. August is, of course, our founder. August was born in Durbach, Germany, and he immigrated to the United States when he was just 20 years old. He originally came up through New Orleans, Louisiana. He made his way up the river to Cincinnati, Ohio, and while he was in Cincinnati, he met and married his wife, Teresa, who's pictured beneath him there. While they were living there, they became affiliated with a group of German immigrants called the Turners, or the Turnverein Society. And it was with that group that they traveled up to this little settlement of New Ulm, Minnesota. There were about 2,500 breweries coming into Prohibition in the United States, and only about 500 survived on the back end of that. And one of the big reasons that we were one of those 500 is because George made a product called near beer, or non-alcoholic beer. And at that time, you'd make a non-alcoholic beer the same way you would make a traditional beer. He didn't need to invest in new equipment or new materials or train new people. It's just at some point in that brewing process, you raise the temperature high enough to burn off the alcohol content. So once Prohibition ended, all he had to do was skip that step and right back in business again. Well, we are right now standing in the heart of the brewery grounds, and these grounds were chosen for 3 very specific reasons by August Schell. The first, we're told, is that the beauty of this area just really spoke to him. He grew up in the Black Forest region of Germany. His father was a forester there, and this area just really reminded him of his homeland. And then to brew beer, you need a couple things. You need a water source. Our hills are full of artesian wells. And then you need an ice source. Our guest parking lot butts right up to Flandreau State Park. You go across the parking lot or down the hillside, you run into the Cottonwood River. They harvested ice from the river, brought it up that hillside, and then stored it in our ice house, which was located to the left of where you see the mansion right. This red brick building here is the original Schell family home. This is where August and Teresa lived. It's where they raised their children. The house is connected to the brewery, always has been. Maybe 15 or so years ago, this would be an alley you could drive straight through. This is our newest building here, and it's our bottling and canning facility. And currently we're not producing on the weekends. Over here the bottler is on the left and the canner is on the right. So admittedly, this is more exciting to see when it is up and running. But the way that they built this building is you don't have to be on an official tour with one of us. They put glass on both sides of the alleyway, so you can come and watch production anytime. And it's a very active room. Schells produces upwards of 150,000 barrels of beer a year, and everything that we bottle or can comes right through this area here. So this is our historic brew house. And I say historic because this building is obsolete for us right now as far as brewing beer goes. We don't need to use it. We have our state-of-the-art brew house. But back in the day, this is where everything happened. And the reason they originally used this building is because of its height. Before the electric pump, you had to use gravity to move your product from one phase of the brewing process to the next. So what we would do in here is start out 2 floors above where we are right now. And you kind of see the edge of the top vessel up there. That's where the malted grain and water would be added. This is the original hospitality room of the brewery. So this is where August Schell lived. And this is where people would come and enjoy a beverage during his time. So this is something like brand new that hopefully this summer I think they might open it up a little bit, but so far it hasn't been. So this is going to lead us into the caves. Alright, so this is where people would come out and enjoy. This tap is where the original tap was located. All of this is original, and then like I said, it goes up and then shut off is up in the house. So we're gonna go into these caves, so follow me. So it says watch your step and it means it. So come on down. We have a big obnoxious light on to start with, and then I'll shut that off. Back before refrigeration, they would have packed ice down here and packed it with sawdust to extend our brewing season. Gives you an idea. These are hand dug, and they have been here since August Schell's time.
Schells is more than just a brewery. It's a legacy, preserved with passion and poured into every pint. If you enjoyed the tour, subscribe and check out the rest of our New Ulm series. Prost!